Welcome to GOLT Talk, your podcast for technology and innovation in the legal profession. If you're searching for solutions to revolutionize your legal practice, you're in the right place. 10 minutes pure, actionable product insights from CEOs shaping the future of legal technology. And here is your host, Tom Pfennig.
Hi everybody, Tom here, the host of the GOLT Talk podcast. A warm welcome to our global community. In this podcast, we cut through the noise and deliver the facts straight from top minds in legal technology. No fluff, no sales pitches, just unbiased, essential information to the questions that you've been asking yourself in order to help you make the best decision when selecting legal technology. Today, my guest is Philipp Adamidis, CEO of a company here in Germany, QuantPi. Welcome, Philipp.
Hi, Tom. Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. We have, as you know, 6 questions in 7 minutes, a very compact format, but we'll be able to cut through the noise and really get going. Quick intro, and then I'll ask the first questions.
Fantastic. So, as you already mentioned, my name is Philipp Adamidis. I'm an entrepreneur. I founded my first company at the age of 16 and then never stopped thinking about how I could make the biggest impact or a positive impact on the world with the company. And for the last 7-8 years, I'm working on QuantPi, and we are working on making AI safer and making sure that the adoption of AI has a positive impact on the world. And we do this by rigorously testing AI systems from a technical perspective.
That's very interesting and will definitely ignite the curiosity of the audience. So let's cut right into the first 2 questions here. Your unique selling point with QuantPi and the use cases that are building on that unique selling point. That would be of interest to us.
Yes, so absolutely, Tom. What is fantastic about the proprietary technology that we have developed over the last 8 years is that it is truly model and data agnostic. What does this mean, right? So we are able to test any type of AI model, may it be an image model, may it be an LLMs or text, video, etc. And we can work with structured and unstructured data. So traditional machine learning, but also Gen AI, so the era of Gen AI. And the technology is so extensible and future-proof that we can extend it also for things like multimodal and agentic systems. One of the biggest USPs of our technology, our testing solution, is not only very transparent itself, so you understand what the testing technology is doing, but we also report confidence intervals, so measurement errors. For testing AI systems, you rely on some test data, and if you just don't have enough test data that is representative, then we report that the test results are also not reliable. So what does this mean? It allows any person to has to do an informed decision about an AI system to rely on the measurement data that you get or the testing data from our solution.
Very good. And I think we all, as we now implement AI governance systems, want to have assurance that the system is unbiased, is fair. And if I understand you correctly, that's exactly what you would be measuring with QuantPi.
Exactly. We test against different dimensions, so bias, fairness, data quality, explainability, robustness, performance. So we give you a very holistic view over the behavior actually of your AI systems. We produce, 100,000 of test results per AI assessment, and then we automatically summarize it in a very, very convenient to use report about the strengths and weaknesses of your AI model.
So if I'm a general counsel or chief compliance officer or head of technical compliance, implementing AI tools in my universe, in my organization, and wanting to make sure that once a regulator knocks at my door and asks me, did you verify the accuracy, etc., pp. Of those models? And as you said, agnostic, I understand it can be any known name in the AI space, but it could be proprietary AI tools organizations are building for themselves. You would come in and once that AI has been deployed before it goes live, test against these metrics, these regulatory expectations and requirements, correct?
You totally got it, Tom. That's exactly at the core. You can, with QuantPi, you basically have a horizontal trust layer between all the technical AI models in your company and the GRC layer. So in the very end, we repetitively test all the AI systems' behavior, put it into a test report, and that is basically what will be connected to the compliance processes that then are relevant for you as a general counsel. So if you bring QuantPi in, you have basically a trust layer and the AI systems are connected to this one, and you continuously produce technical testing reports that you then can feed into GRC.
Understood. We're halfway through. And now to speed up a little bit, Philipp.
Yes.
Friends, allies, and frenemies,
Yes.
competitors. Let's get in there, please.
Yeah, so we are really focusing on our testing technology. On the other hand, we also have some sort of a AI compliance GRC solution ready for companies that don't have this yet. But we are also partnering in the GRC layer with professional services and other software companies. So just to give you a bigger name that is very interesting for us is obviously a ServiceNow that is dominating these spaces there. We will not go that much up in the risk management pyramid, but these are typical allies, I would say.
And in terms of interoperability on the horizontal level, any other vendor, any other name that comes to mind where you already connected in practice?
I mean, so what we definitely see is that compliance and GRC is very professional service heavy, right? We are a pure product company. So what we are doing is we are partnering with different certifiers, auditors, etc., in order to deliver the whole value to the customer. Yeah, combining basically this auditing certification aspect with the technical evidences that we produce with our testing technology.
And competitors in your space, please?
Yeah, so here it's still very fragmented and there's quite a lot of space, to be honest, because in order to reach trustworthy AI, you have to look at different aspects like security. Then you would stumble upon a Lacera from Switzerland, for example, that are doing a great job. Or if you are speaking more about these really compliance aspects, you would probably see a Credo or an Enzyme that are also doing a great job. So there's many startups out there, and there's also a few testing companies out there like a Latticeflow that are also doing a very decent job. We differentiate mainly there by really having a fully extensible and automated and scalable technology and delivering, as I said, reliable test results. So really confidence intervals and measurement errors for each test result, which I believe is pretty fundamental.
And in that very space, any competitive offering that you are aware?
No, not really. Not at the moment. I'm very happy to learn more about it.
And this is really a unique selling point, if I am understanding you correctly. Very nascent,
Absolutely.
but you've been doing quite some research on this area. So that's something people need to appreciate. Now, cost and implementation, Philipp.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So we are mainly focusing on enterprise customers. So this is why we have mainly enterprise packages. We work with yearly licenses, and the licenses are based on the numbers of AI models that you basically connect to our testing solution. Then we have different setups on-prem and cloud, so we are quite flexible, depending a little bit where the computational costs appear, but you can test as many times as you want. So you connect one model, you pay per model per year, and one model would be in the lower 5-digit area.
10,000, 20,000 roughly.
Going in that direction.
Yes, and you say you test as many models. That means really LLM models, both from the market as well as proprietarily developed.
Exactly. You can really imagine it as any black box, so any model, and we work with the input and the output. So as long as we are able to query a model, we can test it.
Got it. So lower 5 figures for an annual license, and you can test as often as you wish.
Exactly. And here, what you have to see is there's so many moments where you want to reassess your AI model. Maybe the context changed, right? The data changed, the requirements changed. Someone asks you about the behavior of the model internally, externally, etc. So there's so many times where you want to retest how the model behaves that we said, okay, you pay per year, and then you can test as many times as you want. The costs are then, the computational effort that you invest there for these tests.
Got it. Implementation time. What's the guesstimate?
it clearly depends on the architecture, the ecosystem that these customers come with, right? So we know also that, for example, the MLOps layer is still also quite fragmented, etc. The more is standardized, the faster we can go. So a new customer, enterprise customer, can be onboarded in 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. Very
Yes.
good. And I know there are already clients out there, some big names, obviously all confidential, but I wish you all the best, Philipp. I think we've managed to compress as much information in our podcast. Thank you so much for spending the time with us. All the best. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much, Tom, and really great job for the whole ecosystem. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.